Hello friends, today in this module I'll tell you about algebraic expressions. So let's start. First we'll discuss about constant. Constant is any value which has a fixed value. Basically, there are all numbers, may it be fraction, decimal, rational. It includes all numbers such as under root 5, 5 plus 7 and 2.5. Now the opposite of it is variable. Variable are terms which does not have a fixed value. They are all, basically the alphabets we use in English like A, B, C, X, Y, Z, and they don't have a fixed value. We can assign values as per our requirements, but they don't contain any value such as X, Y, 5xy. Now, terms. In an algebraic expression such as 2xy plus 5x square minus xy, this algebraic expression is divided into many terms. So now how can we identify that it is one term and this is second term? To identify it, we have to take care of this plus and minus sign. The addition and the sign of subtraction divides algebraic expression into terms. Means first term of this algebraic expression is 2xy, second term is 5x square, and third term is minus xy. Means it is dividing it into three terms, this plus and minus sign. Now in this term we can see that 2x into y plus 5 into 2y. Now we have said that this plus sign separates the algebraic expression. But what about this into sign? This divides it or not? The answer is no, it doesn't divide, because we can also write this expression as 2xy plus 10y. This way it is not subtracting it, and there are only two terms, that is 2xy and 10y. That means that multiplication sign does not subtract the algebraic expressions into terms. And the same is the case with the divide, like 2x divided by 5. We can also write it as 2x upon 5. It means that it doesn't divide the term. Next, we take the topic of monomials, binomials, trinomial, and polynomial. Now what are these? An algebraic expression which contains only one term is called a monomial, such as 2x, 5y. They are all monomials. Binomial, an algebraic expression which contains two terms and they are different, means they don't have the variable which is same, like 2x plus 5y. It is a binomial, and x and y are not the same variable. We have to take care of this, that they shall not be same. If they are same, 2x plus 4x, they can be written as 6x, which will be a monomial then. Now what is the case with a trinomial? Trinomial is an algebraic expression which contains three terms, such as 2x plus 5y plus 6z. It contains three terms. And polynomial, an algebraic expression which contains more than one term. It needs more than one term. Is called a polynomial. Polynomial is also monomial, binomial, trinomial. They all come under the category of polynomial. But how can we tell that polynomial means, how can we differ them? Whenever we can identify as monomial, binomial and trinomial, means we can count the terms till 3. Then we will write this because they are under the category of this. But when the question comes of 4 terms like 4x plus 6y plus 5z plus 2a, they'll come under polynomial because no specific name is given for such a term. Then comes about the degree. When the polynomial contains only one variable, such as 2x, as we know that x is containing the power 1, the degree is 1. The degree is 1. And what about when there is a binomial term, 2x plus 5y. Then we take it under terms, means 2x and 5y. The power of the term which has the highest number is the degree. Means this term 2x has the degree 1 and 5y has also the degree 1. Means it will only contain the degree 1. But what if this was 2x plus 5y square? Then 2x would be 1 and 5y is 2. Means that the whole algebraic expression degree will be 2. And what about this 2x square y square plus 5x minus 2z square y? Now this term 2x square y square is having a degree 4. 5x is having the degree 1. 2z square y. Z is having the degree 2 and y is having the degree 1. So 2 plus 1 is 3, which is having the highest degree 4. Means the whole algebraic expression is having the degree 4. Now after the degree we move on to what is a product. In lower classes we have understand that after the multiplication, the result that is obtained is the product. And see here, into 5 into x into y, it's the 5xy. We got the result 5xy. Now this 5x and y are the factors of this 5xy. Means that after multiplying this, we are obtaining this. So all these three are the factors of 5xy. Now what is the coefficient? Any factor of an algebraic quantity is called the coefficient of the remaining quantity. It means that what is the coefficient of 5 in 5xy? We'll get xy. To understand it more clearly, take it as it is a neighbor. What's the neighbor of 5 in 5xy? We get x and y. So that's the coefficient of it. So that makes it more easier. Understand it. Coefficient as a neighbor. What's the neighbor of 5? xy. So that's xy. And let's take an example of 7x square y square. Tell me the coefficient of xy in 7x square y square. Now xy. We multiply 7 and 2 times x and 2 times y. We get this. Now we have to remove x and y. Means 1x and 1y. We will remove. What will we get? 7xy. 7xy. If we also do it directly, we can see that x here are 2 times. And here is only 1x. So 1x we will cancel it. And 7 there is no, means there is 1. 1, 7 and there is 7. Y? 1y is cancelled and we obtain 1y. Now the coefficient is done. Let's see what are like terms and what are unlike terms. The terms having the same literal or variable are called like terms, and unlike terms which do not have the same literals. The same literals or variables. Suppose let's take the example of 5x square y plus x square y plus 2xy plus 5xy. So Here we see that 5x square y and x square y. Here the literals or the variables x square y, both are same. We don't have to see the constants. We only have to see the variables. Means they both are like terms. But what about 5x square y and 2xy? Here is 2 times x and here is only 1 times x. Means that they are unlike terms. And in the case of 2xy and 5xy, they are like terms because they are having the same variables or literals. Means that if we take a case of this, they are like terms. But if we take the case of 5x square y and 2xy, they are unlike terms. So that's all for today. If you want to know how to subtract, add, multiply and divide algebraic expressions, wait for our next video, and till then, bye bye.